Hi, I'm Hadia, and you're listening to CHMA.
Curious about the shows airing each week? Check out CHMA's complete schedule on our website, chmafm.com, under the Programming tab, and then select Schedule. Get detailed information about the shows, show times, and hosts, and know when your favorite show is on air.
Only child, ain't no favorites. Not really good with this relationship. Not since I was young. Look how the times have changed. Get familiar with my faceless. I don't know what to say to silence. Learning to bite my tongue. I wish I clean my bed. Anytime I left the house, I'd always pray to hit a traffic jam. And I always pack a bag in case some members of the crash again. I'm dragging my feet. When the street lights in my dark eyes, I'ma slide back with a cigarette lit in my mouth. Couple teardrops floating in the wind like it's raining. Left streaks on the road like a painting on the pavement. So what if I spin the block till the last lights out? Get to creeping in and begging steps, don't give me up.
Hey, this is Pallavi Saha from India, and you're listening to CHMA.
this is Shashank, and you're listening to CHMA 106.9 FM in Sackville, New Brunswick.
The time is 9 o'clock, and you are listening to CHMA 106.9 FM.
And now it's time for your CHMA News. We're broadcasting from Sackville, New Brunswick, the heart of the Maritimes and the traditional and unceded lands of the Mi'kmaq people. Coming up in the next 15 minutes, we'll have your local news, Atlantic update, weather, sports update, and some community announcements.
Hello, and welcome to CHMA's local news at 106.9 FM and CHMAFM.com. We are broadcasting from Sackville, New Brunswick, the heart of the Maritimes, on the traditional and unceded lands of the Mi'kmaq people. I'm Theodore Ramrak. Today is Friday, July 24th. In the news today, some of Canada's top young classical musicians will be in Sackville this week as Mount Allison University hosts the 2026 National Music Festival. The Emerging Artist Competition begins Sunday, featuring finalists from across the country who earn their place through provincial music festivals. Performances and masterclasses are open to the public through Wednesday, when the festival concludes with the National Grand Competition and a $5,000 top prize. The Keilor House Museum in Dorchester is hosting its annual Victorian Garden Party on Saturday afternoon. Visitors can enjoy tea and homemade scones and jam and explore the historic house and gardens and take part in the family-friendly activities. The event runs from 1 to 4 p.m. with Victorian-inspired attire, encouraged but not required. And now, CHMA spoke with Tantramar Motor Society founder Tim Trenum about his lifelong passion for cars and why he wanted to create a space for others to enjoy it. Car enthusiasts in Tantramar now have a new place to gather each week. After years of attending car shows around the Maritimes, Tim Trenum decided Tantramar should have something of its own.
I was 5 years old. My next door neighbor, Jason Rose, he was into this stuff when I was very young. And then it just went from there. Like, watching him build stuff, it gave me a drive to want to do it. And here I am, 34 years old, and doing it every weekend, every week, every possibility I can get. Fast and Furious was a big one for me, though. That's what got me.
The Tantramar Motor Society now hosts weekly cruise-ins at the Home Hardware parking lot in Sackville. The gatherings bring people together with a shared interest in cars, giving local enthusiasts a regular place to meet and connect.
So we started doing our weekly cruises here at Home Hardware. That had a pretty good reception starting out. We started halfway through the season last year. This year we started last weekend in May. You know, we get the odd regulars and the odd few that travel in from other provinces and areas in New Brunswick.
Trenum says everyone is welcome, whether they've spent years restoring cars or simply enjoy coming out to look at them. He also hopes that the Tantramar Motor Society helps pass that passion onto the next generation.
It's a multi-generational car club of all makes, models, shapes, sizes, colors, styles. Even dinky cars.
What's a dinky car?
Like a Hot Wheel.
Yeah. Okay.
My son has a die-cast car. He recently started bringing to shows with us and displaying with my car.
Oh, that's amazing.
It's just about passing it on to the next generation. The next generation better than the last.
Longtime organizer Claudette Long says she encouraged Trenum to move ahead with the idea, offering advice as he worked to get the Tantramar Motor Society off the ground.
He started coming around with us, and then all of a sudden he just asked questions. We told him, go for it. We'll help him out. Go for it. We're here to help him out.
So you're kind of like a mentor, just helping
exactly.
him through this.
Yeah. He asked a lot of questions, and how does he start? I said, well, how do you start? You start by saying, let's go for it.
For Trenum, the success of the Tantramar Motor Society isn't measured by how many vehicles fill the parking lot. He says it's about creating another place where neighbors can meet and share stories and build connections through a common interest.
Just basically a space that everybody can get together and get along and have a good time and, hear some stories from times before we were ever born. That's what I enjoy most, is hearing those stories.
For CHMA, I'm Theodore Bremerack.
Is it on or?
Yes, it's on. This is Constable Roy for the Sackville RCMP. You're listening to CHMA.
Yes, great, thanks.
That was perfect.
And now for your CHMA Atlantic update. The New Brunswick government is adding new public housing units in Fredericton and Oromocto. The provincial government says a 10-unit complex in Fredericton has 8 3-bedroom and 2 2-bedroom units and will be ready for move-in in the coming weeks. Minister David Hickey with the New Brunswick Housing Corporation says this project and the others will rebuild the foundation of affordable housing New Brunswickers need. Hickey also says the Housing Corporation bought 3 2-bedroom townhouses in Oromocto. Canada's 13 premiers continued their talks yesterday during the second day of their Council of the Federation meeting in Charlottetown, PEI. Recent trade war escalations with the U.S. were expected to be the main topic of their conversations yesterday. But PEI Premier Rob Lance says they will focus on issues that are close to home, like healthcare and energy security. New Brunswick Premier Susan Holt says the premiers are calling on the federal government to boost its contribution to healthcare funding back to a 50-50 split. This comes as health advocate groups are warning that Canada's rapidly aging population has strained the country's healthcare system. The Crime Severity Index of St. John, New Brunswick saw the biggest increase of any Canadian city last year. Statistics Canada says the index, which measures the volume and severity of crime, climbed by 20 points. New Brunswick was the only province in the country to see its score increase. The severity index for the entire province was up 6%. A health advocacy group says the federal government must boost healthcare funding with strings attached. Friends of Medicare rallied today in front of a hotel in PEI where Canada's premiers gathered to talk about healthcare and other issues. The group was protesting Alberta's plans to allow some surgeons to charge patients for optional procedures like hip and knee replacements outside their publicly funded system. The group's director, Chris Galloway, says Ottawa shouldn't give a blank check to provinces like Alberta, which he says is dismantling the public health system. Police in Newfoundland and Labrador say they have arrested a third suspect in connection with a home invasion and assault that happened in Harbour Grace early this month. Police say 3 suspects who broke into a home on July 3rd and a person who was inside was injured with a weapon and had to be taken to hospital. Investigators believe this was a targeted incident and say the suspects and the victim knew each other. 2 suspects were arrested earlier this month, and the third suspect, who was arrested Monday, is facing charges of robbery, breaking and entering, and aggravated assault. And that has been your CHMA Atlantic Update.
This is Emma. You're listening to CHMA 106.9 FM, the voice of the marshes.
And now for the weather. Today, sunny skies with fog patches dissipating early in the morning, a high of 27, humidex of 29, and UV index of 7 or high. At night, clear skies with fog patches overnight and a low of 11. On Saturday, a mix of sun and cloud with a high of 29, then at night, clear skies with a low of 13. On Sunday, a mix of sun and cloud with a high of 28, then at night, clear skies with a low of 13. On Monday, cloudy skies with a high of 24, then at night, cloudy skies with a 60% chance of showers and a low of 15. On Tuesday, a mix of sun and cloud with a 30% chance of showers and a high of 23, then at night, cloudy periods with a 30% chance of showers and a low of 15. Finally, on Wednesday, a mix of sun and cloud with a 30% chance of showers and a high of 24. And that has been the weather.
Hi, this is Rosa, and you're listening to CHMA, Voice of the Marshes.
And here's Brian Nielsen with your CHMA Sports Update.
17 games in Major League Baseball yesterday, including 2 doubleheaders. Saw the Pittsburgh Pirates and the New York Yankees split theirs, 5-3 in the first one for the Pirates and a 2-0 victory for the Yankees in the second one. Boston Red Sox tie a franchise record for 15 consecutive wins in their early defeat against the Baltimore Orioles 6-3, but lose the nightcap 5-1, still moving them within 3.5 games of the third wild card spot. Atlanta defeats your San Diego Padres 7-6, was a one-run victory for the Kansas City Royals over the San Francisco Giants 5-4. Brewers with a 4-3 victory over the New York Mets. Nationals shut out the Rockies 8-0. D-backs beat up on the Athletics 15-5 final there. This was a 5-3 victory for the Reds over the Mariners in the old Pacific Northwest. St. Louis Cardinals, they defeat the Los Angeles Angels 1-0. 10-6 victory for the Twins over the Guardians. Tigers win 5-1 against the Chicago Cubs at Wrigley. White Sox, they double up against the Texas Rangers. 4-2 final there. Was also 4-2 final in downtown Toronto. Your Toronto Blue Jays, they lose to the Tampa Bay Rays. It was a 9-5 victory for the Dodgers over the Phillies. Astros beat the Marlins 5-2 in Houston. And that's what was happening in Major League action. WNBA, the last games before the All-Star break. Phoenix Mercury defeat the LA Sparks 86-82. Minnesota Lynx with the 86-76 victory over the Seattle Storm. New York Liberty, their 95-94 victors over the Chicago Sky at home. It was a 1-point victory for the Washington Mystics over the visiting Las Vegas Aces. 199 finish there. Fever all over the Connecticut Sun, 123-88. And it was the Dallas Wings up in Portland with the 101-97 victory over the Portland Fire. Last week in World Masters Darts in Las Vegas, the 2026 champion Chris Lightning Lim from California defeats his Belgian competitor Brian Rahman going home with a total cash prize of $12,000. Not to be outdone, World Cup winners Fabian Ruiz and Gavi earned their weight in tomatoes from their hometown in Los Palacios y Villafranca in Spain. PSG's Ruiz coming in at 185 pounds, while Barcelona's Gavi checked in at 150 pounds. Finally, tonight in New Brunswick Senior League Baseball, the Fredericton Royals visit the Chatham Ironmen, and the Moncton Mets travel to St. John to take on the Alpines.
And that's Brian Nielsen with your CHMA Sports Update. Please be sure to check out Brian's show on Mondays at 8:30 a.m. for more sports commentary.
こんにちは、私は彩香です。日本出身です。あなたは CHMA を聞いています。楽しんで。
And now for what's happening in your community. Station 8 and Greater Dorchester Moving Forward Co-op is excited to announce Afternoon of Art at Station 8. On July 25th, this art event for all will be taking place from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. on 8 Station Road, Dorchester. Some supplies will be available, but it is recommended to bring your own. Once again, this is Afternoon of Art on July 25th from 2 to 5 p.m. on 8 Station Road in Dorchester. Step back in time and indulge in the elegance of a bygone era. Enjoy a selection of fine teas with faux Devonshire cream and homemade jams amidst the historic gardens of the Keeler House Museum. This event is taking place July 25th from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. This is happening at 4974 Main Street in Dorchester, New Brunswick. Special pricing if you book your spot in advance, $15 per person or $50 for a group of 4. You can RSVP at 506-864-5811. This is the Victorian Garden Party at the Keeler House Museum on July 25th. If you're looking for a fun evening event for the entire family, look no further. Coming at you this summer is Chocolate Bar Bingo, a great chance to get out of the house and, if you're lucky, win a sweet treat. One chocolate bar gets you one bingo card, but the more you bring, the more cards you get. The event will be on July 28th from 6 to 7 p.m. at the Tantramar Veterans Memorial Civic Center, specifically upstairs. No registration is required. Join Tantramar ALC on July 30th at 9 p.m. under the stars for a movie in the park. Bring your blankets and lawn chairs and enjoy a free outdoor screening of Wicked from 2024 with popcorn provided. The first part of the film adaptation of the Broadway musical follows Elphaba and Glinda's time at Shiz University and the beginnings of their complicated friendship in Oz. This is happening July 30th at 9 p.m. in the park. And that's what's happening in your community.
And that was your CHMA news. Please visit www.chmafm.com for more news and to sign up for our email newsletter. Funding is provided by our monthly sustainers, the Community Radio Fund of Canada, and the Municipality of Tantramar's Community Development Grant. If you have a story idea or would like to include an announcement, please write us at news@chmafm.com.
CHMA has your weekday sports update information ready to start your day off. Sackville Sports Hound Brian Nilsson brings you the sports numbers that you need to know each day at 8:30 a.m., 9 a.m., 12 p.m., and 5 p.m.
Whether you're heading to work, getting off a shift, or waking up in the morning, you are now listening to the Late Morning Show with Maya Noel on CHMA 106.9 FM in Sackville, New Brunswick. Today is Friday, July 24th. We have come to the end of the weekday, and we're heading into the weekend now. And I hope you guys have been having a great morning so far, because it's about to get a lot better because we are going to listen to some music. First up, we have Levara with The City as We Speak, and then we're going to hear from Laura Roy with Author. Thank you so much, as always, for tuning in and enjoy the music.
Some makes a vision come imagination autopilot. I've been misguided from myself. Cynical imagination, manifestation.